Everybody, it's Victor. It's another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. I'm taking a brief break from the subathon to record the next backlog batch of episodes here for YouTube because it has been overwhelmingly successful so far, and it's still going on at the time of this recording anyway, and doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. And I want to thank everybody for those of you who've been coming over from the YouTube Mosh Pit to join the Twitch Mosh Pit and all the adventures that we've been going on through so far on the subathon. Thank you very much, everyone. So again, the next couple of episodes here, at least until probably Friday or Saturday, will be backlogged, and then I'm just going to kind of just play it by ear from there. So we do have another like streak goal down below, which I'll talk about in a moment, but first off, here's your meme of the day, once again brought to you by TJ Button. Title there was Animaps Volume 3 Stantler. And then TJ also put in there Stantler, the Pokemon. You see it. You know what I'm talking about. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, I mean, hey, look, it looked like Stantler. I'm just going to be honest, and you see it too. So, and TJ also said in that thread that he would also be putting in more and more cameos and also references as we keep on going with that. So I'll just stick with Eden for now, just because I want to be able to focus on talking to everybody. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be Whiskey 76 Hotel November Juliet Hotel 0. What in the world? Well, we're starting on Curse the XL. We do have a library to start off with here, and I am impressed, but also a little concerned that we are starting with the Satanic Bible. Also, I feel like our sound effects are... There we go. So yeah, so we have a new like streak counter and new like streak goal, I should say, down below for 300. The Sinvicta Challenge is something that, you know, the more that I talked about it on stream, the more that I talked about it and saw people talking about it on the YouTube comments. Well, that shot went backwards. Did you see that? That was crazy. The more it sounded like a great idea. So we're going to be doing this Invicta Challenge for a video, which is going to be a custom challenge that was set up by one of the questions of the episodes a couple of weeks ago, where they said the question was, if there was a Sinvicta, quote, Sinvicta challenge that was an official challenge in Isaac, what would it be? What it would entail? And I said that it would have to do something to the effect of, we're wasting, this is a lot of HP that we're kind of wasting here by not taking Satanic Bible. But one of the things that I figured that we would have for us Invicta Challenge would be obviously all blind items. Every floor would be a XL floor, and you would have to take all pills. So the more I thought about that, I was like, you know what? I think that sounds like a very not me run. And then on top of that, originally I also said in there, you know, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know how to pull this off, but I would want the challenge to be something like, you know, the boss won't spawn, like you flat out won't find or won't see the boss, oh my goodness, until you do a full clear. Now there's no way for me to do that even with the rules, or at least if there is a way, I'm unfamiliar with how to script it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to force a full clear for every single floor. Even if I find the boss, I still have to go back and do a total exploration. And that will be very, very interesting. Now, one of the other challenge runs that I was going to resurrect, and we might do this for the next sub goal, or not sub goal, but like streak goal, is bring back the No Seas challenge. And that is a very classic custom challenge that I made for myself as a like streak goal many years ago, where it's basically no seas at all. So no cards, no coins, no chests, no nothing. And that is the easy way to force yourself into kind of adapting to what you've got available. And in this case, you know, in Repentance, we've never done or attempted the No Seas challenge here, so that could be very interesting. But for right now, we're gonna stick with the Sinvicta challenge, just because I think that because we just got done talking about it, it's still fresh in everyone's mind, and also I think it's just going to be a good time. Yes, I'm very upset that we lost anything in that room, but that's what happens whenever the spikes decide they can't decide on which way to go. So Quad Shot here helping us out in a big way. We can't take Dark Prince's crown. I mean, we could, but we can't. Now, what's funny about this is that we're going to get Devil Deals items from the bosses, but we're going to get Angel Deals total because we have the Book of Virtues. The Book of Virtues gives us. Yeah, I'll take Guppy's hairball. It gives us a guaranteed Angel Deal, but on top of that, it also, of course, creates a bunch of other different effects, namely the ability to create wisps that do a variety of effects. And I gotta be careful that I don't walk over that. I almost walked over that. That would have been death. That would have literally been death. I think we go down to the next floor. Let's not. That spooked me really hard there. So yeah. First Lost. So we have a very high chance of getting a forced angel deal, which is really nice, and it somewhat kind of counteracts the effects of the Satanic Bible in a way, I guess. If you squint hard enough. Golden Bomb here, which is nice. It's also going to give us a full charge on the Satanic Bible, which is going to give us a soul heart every single time that we use it, a black soul heart, that is. As you can tell by my voice, I've got at the time of this recording, I've completed 48 hours of straight up streaming the subathon. Now, obviously, some of that was me sleeping, of course. One of the first things that I told myself that I would do on the subathon would be I'm going to make sure that I'm taken care of physically, mentally, and overall, just making sure that I'm not pushing myself too hard. Because I know myself, and some of you probably also know me by now. You know that your boy works like a freaking racehorse, right? And if I have a task at hand, I'm going to do something, and I usually tend to overdo it, put more effort than I probably should or probably need to. And I want to make sure that I'm keeping healthy during this, because if it were to go super long, which right now it's already exceeded what I thought would happen. It's like I said last week, I didn't have any expectations going on into the subathon, so because I've never done one before. But if it does happen to go pretty long, I want to make sure that it's I hope that it's successful. Okay. So at the time of this recording, we've gotten 2 days down, and then I'm recording this actually on Sunday because I have the first backlog of episodes goes through Tuesday, which you all probably already know about by now because it's going out on Wednesday. So I wanted to, when I realized that we were going to be going through Monday and Tuesday, that's when I was like, oh, okay, so I need to get more Isaac done. Because I don't want YouTube to suffer because I'm doing a Twitch subathon and stuff. But I've learned a lot over the first 2 days. It's been really rewarding. It's been really awesome and way more successful than I ever thought it would be already. The Mosh Pit smashed through all of the sub goals except for one so far within the first 36 hours, which is absolutely bonkers to me. Shouldn't have picked up that soul heart. And so now I've got to spend today. So today on Sunday, this was my birthday. It's not my birthday, but this was my birthday dinner. Where it was going to be me, my friends, and everything. We did it for Cinco de Mayo, and it was a great dinner. Had lots of fun. I'm kind of tired, but I wanted to make sure that we at least get through till Friday, maybe Saturday, depending on how tired I get today to record. And I'm not going to push myself too hard. My voice is already pretty shot from streaming for 48 hours. It's been really cool though. I don't want you to think that it's been a negative experience. It's been overwhelmingly positive. People have been going crazy with the gifted subs. I've already given away hundreds and hundreds of dollars of Pokemon and stuff to the mosh pit, and that stuff to me makes it more enjoyable. Is whenever I can share sort of like the goodness that is the mosh pit with people. That's our second guppy item. I'm not gonna take that. We should get rid of this bone heart though. Actually, I should have gotten rid of those other bone hearts too. Whoops. Yeah, we don't need circle protection. In fact, I don't want circle protection. Already 2 or 3 guppy here. But going back to the subathon, yeah, it has been overwhelmingly positive. It's been really cool seeing a lot of the YouTube mosh pit coming over to the Twitch mosh pit. And again, I say that as if there's some sort of separation, but we're all part of the same group, obviously. I've painted my fingernails. I picked Margarita Pink. So for those of you who missed that gem, then you missed out. But one of the common questions I've been getting so far anyway has been, you know, is the subathon going to be posted anywhere? Is the subathon going to be posted anywhere? The entire VOD. The answer is yes, it's going to be posted on my Twitch channel. I don't believe that you need a Twitch account to view it. I don't think so anyway. And we just got Guppy. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for taking it easy on me today, game. I appreciate that. I'm going to purposely not use the Satanic Bible on this floor because I want some more base stats here. Now that we've gotten Guppy, we're not beholden to holding on to the or to using the Satanic Bible anymore. Good amount of money here too. It's been really surreal in a way to go to bed and leave my stream on and then come back, like wake up and my stream is just going. You know, and there's still hundreds of people watching and stuff. It definitely kind of felt bad to turn the stream off after only 48 hours, like just flat out turn it off. But I wanted to give my computer a break because obviously, you know, the less hours I can put on the hard drives and stuff, the better overall. And there would be no point to me have streamed today on Sunday. It would just be a VOD. It would just be like old like Isaac Victa VODs for pretty much this entire day. And I didn't want to do that. And I talked to the mosh pit, and everyone was like, "Yeah, it's cool. It's no big deal." So, picking it up on Monday as soon as I wake up, and we're just gonna keep on rolling. So, but the only reason why I decided to turn it off was just because that my birthday dinner was a pre-planned thing, and I really did not expect the timer to stay so consistent. Like, again, at the time of this recording, I started the subathon with 9 hours and 20 minutes. So we had a 9-hour, 20-minute start time. And the reason why it's such an odd amount of time is because I honored the people who came by and gifted subs. I was originally going to start off at 8 hours. And then I just honored the people who came by to gift subs anyway, even though the subathon wasn't starting. So I gave them an extra hour and 20 minutes. And when I stopped the subathon today, again on Sunday, we were sitting at just over 22 hours. So 48 hours of streaming and starting on 9 hours and 20 minutes. And we are now at 22 hours and some odd minutes. So the time didn't really go down. That's how much support the mosh pit has been giving me. And it really has been humbling and awesome in all the right ways. And I can't thank every one of you who've been coming by to support my channel and, you know, to hit the sub goals and wish me happy birthday enough. It really does mean a lot. And, you know, people, just random Twitch people coming by, seeing the generosity and how incredibly strong the mosh pit community is. Words like that. This is one of the craziest channels I've seen on Twitch. You don't see that kind of support for content creators as much as you see it in the mosh pit. That makes me feel good too, because that means that like I've been doing a good job at still curating and you know, like growing the community that I built over this past decade. Before I keep on rambling, going to last week's question of the episode here. This one that didn't have a lot of... Why did that do the Bomber Boy? That I didn't place a bomb there. That was all Sloth. I don't know why that did the Bomber Boy effect. That shouldn't have hit us at all. I'm confused by that Ipecac shot. Anyway, we didn't have any questions at all outside of one that got upvotes. This one came in from Zero. I'm gonna say Tagart or Tagart. I hope I'm saying that correctly. They said, question of the episode: what is your favorite C-section synergy? Love watching the videos on my lunch break every day. Thank you very much for watching on your lunch break. Favorite C-section synergy? I absolutely love Deadeye. The constant uptime on the babies is great. I would definitely say that my second favorite synergy with C-section would probably be Spirit Sword. Spirit Sword is incredibly powerful. What is exploding here? Is that Damocles that was exploding? The Damocles Wisp? And I'm just not noticing it. It has to have been Damocles. It's important that we don't use the Satanic Bible right now because we have Damocles. Right? So we want there to be extra item pedestals for the boss because we need to catch up on stats here. Yeah, I would say Deadeye is probably my first favorite C-section synergy, and then with a special shout out to Spirit Sword being number 2. Spirit Sword really did kind of set the tempo for late game C-section synergies for me in the long run. I don't care about I care about Giant Cell. That would explain why Sloth. Technically it wasn't Sloth that had the Bomber Boy effect, because that didn't make any damn sense. Like, there's no way that he should have been inheriting our bomb upgrade. But yeah, if it was the Damocles Wisp, then I guess that makes. Black Candida. Have a good chance of making boss rush here. But I will say, sort of I guess this could be construed as a downside. The backlogged episodes, these next coming episodes, they will be shorter than usual. I'm not going to rush through them, and obviously I'm not going to take shortcuts or anything, but I'm also not going to really do any victory laps or anything like that, unless we're just screaming down there, because I have to do a lot of talking. And that leads to kind of one of the things that I will say that I'm learning while doing the subathon. It is that I use my voice a lot. Like the amount of talking that I have to do for a subathon is multiplied by 100 versus what I usually do, in comparison to streaming like 3 or 4 hours a day. So that puts a pretty big strain on my voice. Just from like the constant talking. Like my voice. Willing to take Genesis, but I'm not going to use it until Damocles kills us. So yeah, so that's the downside, is that from streaming for so often, because I project my voice so much. I'm not straining when I talk, but after a while, I mean, anyone who, even if you don't do this professionally, your voice is gonna get smoked eventually. Then the cough starts coming back and everything, because like I'm trying to stay hydrated, but I can't stay hydrated. So yeah, so that's one of the stipulations here, is that the backlog episodes, I'm still going to do them for as long as the subathon goes, and at this point I don't know how far the subathon goes. I'm still coming up with new sort of side quest adventure sub goals for the subathon to hit. And right now the last one that we have to hit is is Invicta turns on the webcam for the entire duration of the subathon.
Of diamonds.
Now, that one at the time of this recording, we're still a few hundred. I think we're like 300 subs off, something like that. And then after that, I have no clue what I'm going to do after that. I filled out, sort of as a joke, some of you have already seen it by now. I filled out the rest of the subathon goals. For 10,000, I'm going to open my first edition Pokemon Fossil box and give away the packs in there. To viewers and stuff, they can win them on the wheel. For 20,000 subs, I'm gonna open up my base set booster box that I have of Pokemon cards. Not the exact one I have, but I will procure one. And then 30,000 subs, we're gonna plan do like a mosh pit trip to Vegas or something next year and have a meetup and stuff. And again, those are goals that I'm not anticipating ever hitting or even coming close to. I just kind of set those as like we'll probably get to like I thought maybe 2,000 subs would be in reach, but anything past that is I didn't think that we were going to do it. But again, I have no idea. I have absolutely no clue if we were going to be able to hit these or not. So imagine my surprise when the mosh pit just blows through every single one. Lost our full card, but I don't feel like going back. Every single one of the sub goals minus one of the actual sub goals in the first 36 hours. It's been awesome. It really has been cool. And waking up to the mosh pit honestly is really surreal as well. Like there's still like hundreds of people watching while I'm like sleeping. Like I've been playing the old GeoGuessr episodes from me and Ryan. I've been playing the old Flash Isaac Victa, and you know I've got years worth of footage here on YouTube to go through. So the late night VODs will not have a problem at all with content. I didn't mean to pick up. I didn't even see Jawbone there. It put it right at the friggin'. Something to get a little bit more out of Damocles. I wasn't intending on doing this unless we had items that were like actually worth it. Still don't know what's causing those explosions. I'm not placing explosions. That one was a bomb fly, but yeah, we did some of the other goals that we've done already. We led off with a Lost run. We did a TM Trainer run, which is absolutely mental, which you guys and gals might be seeing here on YouTube coming up this weekend. I may use that as a substitute episode for a daily upload because it was kind of crazy. Although I don't know if the Poke Rap that we've been using from Justin is played or not. If it is, it's going to get immediately flagged by the copyright system on YouTube. And, yeah, I can't do that. So we'll see. If that one passes the copyright test, because it was definitely bonkers. We did Tainted Jacob, which we did one shot, and I was not expecting that because it's been like a year, maybe more, since the last time I played Tainted Jacob, and everyone knows my deep hatred for that character. And I was really surprised that we ended up winning. We just one shot it. And then we did Tainted Cain, which was just Tainted Cain. The run wasn't bad. It's hard to really enjoy that character, and I don't know why I made that a sub goal. But at that point, I was kind of like running out of like ideas. Like Tainted Cain. People like seeing Tainted Cain in there. We also got Here's the Storm. That was a sub goal that was the biggest disaster of the live stream so far, the subathon. And Here's the Storm is it's so bad now, man. It's so bad. Not often will I tweet like at games and stuff just to say like how absolute garbage it is, but Here's the Storm really went downhill. It's really sad. And the saddest thing about all of it is that it's the same reason why it was bad in the first place, which was the lack of matchmaking. So that was a miss, and I felt bad because like it really brought down the mood because like we won our first game. It was me and some of the mosh pit who were watching, and we won our first game pretty handily. I was like, oh man, like this is, I don't remember it being this fun, you know, type thing. And then we proceeded to lose like 5 or 6 games in a row because we kept getting matched up with people who are way more experienced than the rest of our collective team combined. And when I say there was a gap, I mean it was like I was the highest level on our team at like level 770 something. The lowest level on the enemy team was like 2,000 plus in levels. And those of you who don't play Heroes of the Storm, just know that it takes a lot of games to cross 1,000 levels, let alone times 2 that. So it really wasn't balanced. It really wasn't fun. And I immediately uninstalled the game, and that's just that. I'm done with Heroes for good. Which is crazy because, you know, Heroes of the Storm had such a huge impact on my channel. It was the first game since League of Legends where I had a very good showing of views and engagement from YouTube without any support at all. You know, and Heroes was a pivotal game for me as well because that was, I mean, I just got done talking about, you know, the proudest, one of my proudest achievements that I'm not afraid to brag about, which was Blizzard actually flying me first class down to LA to do the Mayhem Begins event at Anaheim, or at the YouTube studios. The official launch of Heroes of the Storm, a major Blizzard title, and I was one of 10 players who got flown in from around the world just to play their new game on the main stage on Blizzard's dime. Like, that is, no one can take that from me, and I'm so proud and happy that is something that I can say happened to me without, you know, lying about it. I don't know if it's, maybe it's Bob's brain from Little Delirium that's causing it. I don't know, man. I'm just waiting for Damocles to fall at this point. You know, Heroes of the Storm, because of that trip, it put me in contact and made me friends in the industry with lots of Blizzard peeps. You know, met a lot of cool, you know, Heroes of the Storm influencers that some of them I still talk to this day. And overall, it was just, you know, it was a sad reminder of how much fun the game could have been. You know, and then we ran into people who were being toxic and stuff, and I was like, you know, there's probably not a whole lot of people left playing this game. You really want to be toxic to like random people that are playing the game with you, like your favorite MOBA, or just because maybe it's because you weren't good at other MOBAs, so you decided to get good at this one. You know, it's like, it's that kind of stuff that I'm just like, yeah, MOBAs are just, I don't think that you can escape the toxicity of MOBAs. I really don't. I think it's just comes with the territory. Same with like with FPSs too. Like, it's just it's competition. Like, it's blood sport, you know. So that was definitely a big downside, but overall, like, I've been blown away with how successful the subathon has been going so far. It definitely felt a little bit off for me to shut the stream down, but I already told everyone plenty of time in advance that I was going to do so. And I wasn't, you know, obviously the timer is paused and everything, so. And of course, it does help, like, you know, there's significant help financially baked into the subathon, which I'm not doing this for money, but of course money helps. And I like, you know, it's just, it's my first time ever experiencing a mega long live stream. And I've only done 2 days so far, you know. Now, HC Justin, a friend of mine, you know, his last one went on for 31 days. And I was there for every single one of them. And I'm only 1/15 to that level so far. So we'll see how We'll see how long the subathon goes and talk to me after. I don't know why I'm beating Isaac. I could have just used Genesis here. Truth be told, I don't remember if Genesis actually erases Damocles or not. I think it does. I just want to get some more passive items here, then we'll go into Genesis. Okay, it definitely does. Good. Don't want to touch any of these chests here because obviously I don't want to get teleported. Get teleported, that is it. So, yeah. Start off with lead pencil here. Not great. I guess mystery sack. I guess smart fly. Bird cage. I guess telekinesis. We don't need magic fingers. Definitely want squeezy. Definitely want explosion immunity. Definitely want 9 lives. Definitely need some damage. Definitely. Piece of juice is there. Movement speed is horrible, but more damage though. More tears too. Man, this is tough. I go damage because it's pentagram. I guess crack the skizzle. We don't need HP right now. Yeah, more tears for sure. Colonel D sizzle. Nah. Take linger bean. Okay. I guess we're taking Godhead. I don't want to have a movement speed down here. I will take Holy Grail for flying. Soy milk for the lulz. HP is covered now. We definitely want more tears. Yeah, we definitely will take that. Definitely. Shot speed's fine. I don't want Mom's Knife. Mom's Knife's pretty terrible with soy milk, but the problem is that we have to get rid of crack the skizzle, which I don't really want to do, but yes. Black powder's fine here. Get the wafer. It's good. Infestation 2. I'd like to have some stats, though. Trinket room here. Poison Tears is good. Shoop would be good, but I don't think it's going to matter with soy milk here. Take the nail just for damage ups, so I think we did okay. I'm not entirely sure. Feels like we're weaker, but I could be wrong because we're not Guppy anymore. But damage is, with Godheads looking kind of tasty, kind of juicy. Yeah, give ourselves a forgive me now. You would, game. Oh yeah, and also when we were queuing for Heroes of the Storm, we got no supports. 4 games in a row. One of our teammates was forced to play supports because we kept going up against teams like 5 stacks that did have like full-on comps and like we're sweaty try-hard nerds and everything. Also had the nerd meme comp, which, you know, they basically were running 4 tanks and just all of them stayed in the same lane, and they won every single fight. They won every single objective, and they were winning in XP. Which in Here's the Storm, you're not really supposed to be able to do that if you're all staying in one lane when there's a 3-lane map. But yeah, Heroes was definitely a negative. It was a net negative on the stream, which I felt bad about because like it did bring kind of the mood down and bummed people out. But some people still had fun. If anything, it was a nice reminder of why like I moved on from really competitive games, especially ones that aren't designed very well. So if you're watching this here on Wednesday, then there's a really good chance that I'm still live over on twitch.tv/Invicta. The new sub goals will be posted below the channel over there. I got to find some interim goals between 3,000 subs and 4,000 and 5,000, 6,000. At this point, I don't know where it stops. A lot of the big guns haven't even started started showing up yet, the mega gifters yet. So it's going to be curious to see what they do whenever when the timer starts getting lower and lower and lower. But I would, the only thing I ask is just, allow me to get a little bit shorter episodes out for the duration of the subathon. However long it's going to go, it helps me out a lot. And I don't have to stress about doing like an extra 20 to 30 minutes per episode. And I appreciate it. I know that some people don't like when I do shorter episodes because you use these for whatever you use them for during your daily routine. Some people say like, oh, he just wants to get the runs over with because it's his job now. And I'm like, no, this is still not a job. This is the greatest occupation I could have ever hoped for, and I'll never take that for granted. So yeah, just don't misconstrue that, because I love what I do, and I love the fact that I get to do this every single day. But I also have to set limits for myself to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. This is the year of self-care, and so far it's been going great, and hopefully it's going great for you as well. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate all the support. Like I said, check me out live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Sinvicta, and we'll see how long it goes. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Caitlin Bennett, Hunter, and Carlos Ibanez. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.